Hello friends, welcome to yet another season of Swasth, the doctor's approach to holistic health. Dr. Neetika Modi and I this time decided to delve inwards to find the very core of our consciousness. We just took this crusade to heal our minds, to find that higher consciousness, our spirit, because we know for certain that this mind and this spirit has complete impact on our body, both positive and negative.
थोड़ी जानकारी हमने ली तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद से, जहाँ 3000 साल पहले ये लिखा गया था that our body is actually made up of पंचकोशा, 5 कोश. सबसे पहले अन्न कोशा जो हमारी बॉडी का फिजिकल पार्ट है, हमारी बॉडी है. अन्न कोश मतलब द फूड शीट. फूड इज़ नीडेड टू गवर्न दिस बॉडी. द body requires this as its nourishment, and this is the science and the part of the koshas which the medical field in the last 200 years has really found superiority over. But did we know that beyond the Annamaya kosha, there's the Pranamaya kosha, which is the breath, which is where healers work on our auras, our chakras, through pranic healing, through Vedic healing, and through chakra cleansing. The third kosha is the Manamaya kosha, that's the mind. Most diseases, we are told to believe today, begin in the Manamaya kosha, the mind aspect. The fourth is the Vignamaya kosha, which is the intellectual mind. And the fifth kosha, dear friends, is the Anandamaya kosha, the stage of enlightenment. Aaj, with Dr. Chopra, we are trying to achieve a complete union of the body, mind and spirit in conversation with someone who's known as the divine soul. Sister Shivani is going to grace us with her presence and give us a bit of enlightenment on these difficult topics.
It gives us great pride and honor to welcome Sister Shivani in this conversation. She will walk us through many questions, many doubts in our mind, covering subjects as varied as parenting, food we eat, physical activities, interpersonal relationship, addiction. We will cover all the subjects where we know that mind and spirit are going to control our body, our habits, and our karma. You will be absolutely amazed how much power our mind has over us. So control the mind, control the body, control your life.
आइए बात करें आहार, विहार, आचार, विचार और व्यवहार के बारे में with Dr. Chopra and me and Sister Shivani.
We have with us Sister Shivani, who is a Brahmkumari and my mentor and a mentor to many people.
A moment's bath in the mystic water of knowledge purifies the soul. Today we are blessed that we are going to be basking in some spiritual knowledge.
And today we hope to deep dive into the sea of your infinite knowledge and hope to take out a few pearls of wisdom from you. And because the subject is so vast, we have divided it, segmented it into body, mind and spirit.
Sister Shivani, you talk a lot on meditation. For us living a regular life, how easy is it to get in, to quieten the monkey mind, to move from 30,000 thoughts a day to a fewer thoughts and then get into a state of complete quiet where basically inner reflection.
Yeah.
How does one who's never meditated before pursue that so that it can change their family life, their interpersonal relationships? Hearing you, everyone would definitely want to now get into that state of being or where we're radiating at a higher consciousness.
First and foremost, we should learn how to meditate. क्या होता है? We Google meditation. We look at a picture, eyes closed, cross-leg posture, and we assume that it is a thoughtless mind, that they're not thinking anything. And then we try to go into a thoughtless stage, which is not possible. So meditation doesn't mean becoming thoughtless, because you cannot become thoughtless. You can create one thought, hold on to it for a longer time. So basically starts increasing the space between the thoughts and creating the right thought. creating the right thought. So ideally we should learn meditation. Now what we are doing in that meditation is we are shifting from this role consciousness, body consciousness, and practicing that I am a soul. Because the truth is I am a soul, but during the day I don't remember I'm a soul. So I'm operating through being a role, a relationship, a body. And that's increasing my ego. And soul consciousness, the highest stage of soul consciousness is egoless. So when I will sit in meditation, I will start changing what I'm thinking. So if I take one thought, I am a powerful soul. Now I will create that thought, I will visualize that I am a powerful soul, and then I will hold on to that thought for a little time. Not that thought for 1 hour, that's not possible, at least not possible for me right now. And then I will take another thought that I'm calm and stable always. Then I will visualize that and I'll hold on to that for some time. And then the next stage of meditation is that not just soul consciousness, but connecting to the divine power. So now it's not just I am a powerful soul, I am a peaceful soul, but I'm going to connect to the ocean of power. I'm going to connect to the ocean of peace. हम कहते हैं ना वो प्यार का सागर है, वो शांति का सागर है, वो हमारा पेरेंट है, सुप्रीम पेरेंट है, हम उसको परमपिता परमात्मा कहते हैं. So then I the being connecting to that supreme power. मैं भी आत्मा हूँ, वो परमात्मा है, निराकार है, मैं भी निराकार हूँ, मतलब बॉडीलेस. So then I visualize I the being close to that supreme being and I create that thought कि परमात्मा से शक्तियाँ मेरे अंदर भर रही हैं. And then I hold on to that visual. Anything that you create a thought and you visualize, you start feeling it. It starts getting recorded as an experience. And then it's a personal relationship. Then you can even share, you want to tell something, you want to surrender something, आप वो कर दो. अब पता नहीं चलता आधा एक घंटा कहाँ बीत जाता है, पता नहीं चलता.
इतना लंबा meditation.
That's meditation which we will do in the morning. Then we do a meditation which is called traffic control of the mind, which means 1 minute pause after every hour. Just doing it in the morning will not keep me at that same energy till the end of the day. So every hour take a pause and again repeat that I'm a powerful soul, visualize the soul. So it just suddenly raises your energy so that from morning to night you will only move upwards, not move downwards in your energy level. Body can get tired, but even body feels less tired. If the mind is powerful, you don't feel tired. So by the end of the day, you should have gone higher, not come down. Then next morning, you will go one step higher. Then in the day, you will go higher. So that's how the journey will go like this. Otherwise, it will go like this, like this, like this. So it's not like that. It's a spiritual journey where you want to move upwards. So that is meditation. Then you are going to meditate for at least 20-30 seconds before you have your meal. That before every glass of water. Change because we have to. That I will never eat or drink. It's like not eating without washing your hands. Have to meditate before eating because all the vibrations. Even if it's been cooked with the best method, you have to last do your energizing before eating. So that's also those few seconds of meditation. Before a meeting, pause for 1 minute. Leaving the house, pause for 1 minute, sit in the meditation room. So chote keeps happening throughout the day to sustain that vibration and to retain you in the same thought process.
I've seen a patient of mine who I sent to the Brahma Kumaris and he did the 7-day course, and I think it's transformed who he was at a persona level. He's calmer. He doesn't get so much hypochondriac attacks anymore. He believes the world is not out to hit him.
Yeah.
So I've seen those positive changes in him definitely but I've done the course at Brahma Kumaris, the 7 days. It's very different, the open eye meditation as compared to what everybody speaks about, closing your eyes and meditating. How does open eye meditation help?
Open eyes because we have to be like that throughout the day. So if I get used to doing it with closed eyes, then I won't be able to do it during the day. I should be able to do it even while driving. I got my 30-second pause standing on a traffic signal, but I can't close my eyes like that. And what is meditation? It's just creating the right thoughts. Throughout the day, we are creating thoughts with eyes open. We don't close our eyes to create a thought. So what is meditation? In fact, when you close your eyes, it's more thoughts.
Growing up, I recall माय पेरेंट्स एंड ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स कहीं जाने से, किसी काम के लिए निकलने से पहले भगवान जी को जय करके जाओ।
Yes, absolutely.
तो जय डजंट मीन ये, यू स्टैंड फॉर अ सेकेंड, टेक योर टाइम, जय करो, share your thoughts,
Yeah.
and then you step out. I remember doing it myself, and I think I should have taught my kids also that. And even before eating food, pause for a minute. Before going to sleep, you say your prayers.
So you're using high energy words, na? So now suppose you're starting going for a task, you take a minute, you connect to God, you connect the right intention for what you're going for, you invoke God's presence into that task for which you're going for, and it's like a surrendered life then. भाई आपको जो ठीक लगे आप बता देना, आपको जो चाहिए कि हो जाए. सो वो ईगो जो है ना, वो मैं कर रहा हूँ, मैं कर रही हूँ, automatically starts coming down, and then while you're in the middle of the task you will feel that presence saying नहीं ऐसे नहीं करना है, ऐसे करना है, because you have invited, you have invoked that energy into your work. So for then that experience stays throughout the day, because that's the aim. The aim is to start from learning and then reaching a stage where you're carrying that experience with you during the day.
So क्या हमें ये सब शिक्षा स्कूलों में नहीं देनी चाहिए? Should we
बिल्कुल
not
देनी
start
चाहिए.
this right at birth? Because it's so wrong to think that spiritual ज्ञान या spirituality तो बुढ़ापे में जाके, why are you practicing it today? Something I've heard 20 years back, that you're too young to be reading these kind of books and too young to be thinking these things. But should we not incorporate? I know when we were in school we had ethics and moral studies, वो तो सब निकाल दिया है curriculum से. How do we get the, you know, when our kids are smaller, they listen to us, they really want to imitate us, but as they grow older and they are 14 and 15 and they develop their own mind, they begin to not listen or do the things that you could easily make them do, like say a night prayer before going to sleep.
Because of peer pressure also, na?
So how does one make a family? Also, there is this trend of doing everything that the West is doing and moving away from our culture and the Eastern values, which was so strong for us. The parents today don't know so much about this. So how do they give it to the younger generation? So how are we going to collectively change the vibrations of the universe जो हमारे संस्कारों की वजह से ये कलयुग पैदा कर रहे हैं?
There was a little story that we used to learn कि जंगल में आग लगी हुई थी और वहाँ पर सागर था, तो वो चिड़िया चोंच में पानी भरती थी और वो जंगल पर जाकर वो आग पर डाल देती थी. तो किसी ने कहा आपको क्या लगता है कि आप ये अपनी चोंच में पानी लाकर ये आग को बुझा दोगे? सो वो चिड़िया कहती है देखो 3 तरह की बातें आएंगी जब इतिहास लिखा जाएगा. एक, जिन्होंने वो आग लगाई, दूसरे जिन्होंने खड़े होकर सिर्फ आग जलते हुए देखा, और तीसरा जिन्होंने आग बुझाई. तो मेरा नाम आग बुझाई वाली साइड पर आएगा. दैट्स ऑल. सो दैट्स द पावर ऑफ द वन. क्योंकि आग बुझ रही तो है ही, ये तो होना ही है. बट ऑन विच साइड वॉज आई स्टैंडिंग? So one, I will benefit, but ripple effect. So when it comes to children, what we've seen, the ideal time is when they're in the womb. Maximum parenting can happen at that time. Matlab, we've seen that parents who are meditating at that time, yoga pranayam at that time, eating healthy that time, becomes easier to give the sanskar to the child. It's also the other way around, huh? Because of the soul who has entered into the womb, we have couples coming to the center who were not interested in meditation, strict non-vegetarian, but since the time the soul has entered, पता नहीं हमें क्यों लग रहा है कि हमें यहाँ आना चाहिए था, because the soul has come with that sanskar, and we have so many children who have brought their parents to the center when they were in the womb. They have got that environment prepared for themselves before they were born.
Amazing.
Because that soul has come for that. They have come with that, they want it. So the parents will, because the soul has entered into the womb, so then they will make that happen. But when it comes to children, whatever age we start doing, it has an influence on children. They might not immediately agree that if you tell them chalo center, they might not agree if they are 15, 20. But if you start meditating at home, you are changing the vibration of the house. When you start changing the vibration of the house, they are getting influenced. You will not even be aware but how that's creating a shift in them. They will be stronger than what they were before you were meditating. They will not get weaker because of the peer pressure that they are in. So even if you cannot get them to do it, you doing it is energizing them. घर में एक दिया जलना होता है, सिर्फ एक दिए से दूसरा दिया से तीसरा दिया से चौथा दिया, घर में दिवाली आ जाएगी.
Lovely. What
तो
a
वो दिया
beautiful
मीन्स द
thought.
पावर टू गिव, वो एक दिया चलता है.
Since we're talking about children, आज के बच्चे की लाइफ में कुछ भी बुरा हो रहा हो या अच्छा नहीं है तो आपकी वजह से हो रहा है. They keep blaming the parents, and I've heard you talk about conscious parenting. Does that really help in changing the child's mindset? कि parents are always doing their best, they never want ill for you.
They are living in an environment right now which is very different from the time when
Very
we were grown
difficult
up.
also.
Yeah, difficult. Yes, agreed. Absolutely difficult. Because they're living in an environment where contentment is lacking. सब कुछ है उनके पास, लेकिन contentment नहीं है. So somebody has to be blamed for it, ना? किसको blame करेंगे वो? So वो blame game, वो that is in the air. That is why we need at least one member in every family radiating a different energy in the house. Radiating it in the house, radiating it in the food, in the water. That will start influencing the children. Because सारा दिन तो वो बाहर ही है. लेकिन अगर घर में भी सेम थॉट प्रोसेस होगा, बाहर भी सेम थॉट प्रोसेस होगा, then the child तो is growing up with
कुछ
that.
हद तक तो बच्चे का कंप्लेन करना जायज़ भी है, क्योंकि मेरे पास पेरेंट आए थे कि तो द चाइल्ड वाज हैविंग सुसाइडल थॉट्स, तो लेकर आए कि इनको समझाएं कि ये सब ना करें, कोई दवाई दे सकते हैं तो दवाई दें. तो बच्चे से मैंने अलग से बात किया तो बच्चा सेइंग मेरे पेरेंट्स के एक्सपेक्टेशंस मुझसे इतना ज़्यादा है कि मैं कॉन्स्टेंटली फील करता हूँ कि आई एम अ फेलियर, और जब मैं इतना फेलियर हूँ तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. तो ये मैं समझती हूँ कहीं बच्चों को तो मैं बुरा मानती नहीं कभी भी. दे आर द आउटकम ऑफ व्हाट द पेरेंट हैज़ डन. सो वी शुड स्टार्ट टू प्रॉब्ली टीच द पेरेंट्स.
That's
Yeah,
what we
conscious
said.
parenting.
That's what actually radiated out to everybody. There are homes where the parents are influencing children. We have seen homes where the children start meditating, they influence the parents, because it's any soul who can take it
Anybody.
up. It's any soul who can take it up, and they can create a shift in the house basically. Because see, even children saying the expectations are too much, it's not really the expectations are too much. Not every parent is the same, but maybe our ability to handle pressure has reduced, है ना? So maybe that's why they're feeling that the expectations are too much. So it's not what the expectation of the parent is, it's just that the parent is not able to radiate power with that expectation. What expectation होगी? यही होगी ना भाई, तुम पढ़ लो, ये बनो. और क्या expectation एक बच्चे से हो रही है पेरेंट की? पढ़ लो, ये बन जा. But with that you radiate power. But if you're radiating expectation and stress, that's what is creating the problem. It's not the academic. It is not the profession which is the cause of the stress. It is just that the minds are not getting energized on a daily basis. So all this chaos is only getting created because of that.
But there's also technology.
Oh,
that's playing
environment
such
is
a
that.
huge
Yeah, the
role,
whole
yeah.
environment.
So addictions to not just substances but technology addiction, where the generation of today is a touch button generation. They want everything immediately, and when they don't get it, they can't deal with a no or with a failure.
So again the no. We are not saying no when they're growing up. अगर आप चेक करो आपने कितने नो सुने होंगे when you were growing up.
All the time.
All the time. Now see, now what has happened to this present parenting? They feel हमने बहुत ज़्यादा नो सुने, हम नो नहीं बोलेंगे इतने अपने बच्चों के
सही,
लिए.
बिल्कुल. मैं तो प्रियंका को बोलती हूँ कि बच्चे को बिल्कुल नो वर्ड तो यूज ही ना करो.
नहीं बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
पॉजिटिवली बोला करो.
नहीं नो वर्ड नहीं बोला करो का मीनिंग नो वर्ड नहीं, इट मीन्स डोंट गिव एवरीथिंग दैट दे वांट, because life will not give them everything their way. So we are meeting lot of children, we call this fragile parenting, where everything is created like a perfect zone for you in your life, but then suddenly there is a situation, but that muscle to be able to adjust, to be able to tolerate was not exercised since the time you were born. How will the child suddenly be able to cope up with it? That's why that reactions, that is why that feeling low, because it's not the fault of the child, it is we are compensating our lack of time or everything by just giving in everything. And also because now we are richer, we have everything that money can buy, we've grown up simpler, so उस time everything was a process. आपका first cycle कब आएगा, तो आपका first scooter कब आएगा. Even if parents had everything, they were not giving. They were saying dress कब चाहिए ना, बर्थडे पे मिलेगी, दिवाली पे मिलेगी. So that period of wait, that period of valuing that thing after I got it, knowing that now I will get the next one after 3 months, it just increases that resilience. It increases that resilience. But now when everything is being given before they even ask, or it's just one click, and you're not saying a no. Not saying a no means not saying कि अभी नहीं बाद में. Even a simple thing like हम बच्चे से पूछ रहे हैं आपको क्या खाना है. बच्चे को थोड़ी पता है क्या खाना है. आज हमें नहीं पता है क्या खाना है, तो बच्चे को क्या पता होगा उसको क्या खाना है. So we are learning from the West, which is teaching parents, help your children to create choices. So they said we want our child to create choices. I believe we have a lifetime to create choices. Help your child to adjust to what life gives them. You know, so if I'm a 2, 3 or 4-year-old child, for me खाना पहनना this is only life, और तो कुछ है ही नहीं लाइफ के अंदर. तो उसमें भी आप मुझे पूछेंगे कि आप क्या खाएंगे, आप क्या पहनेंगे, तो I get to choose it. But when I was not getting to choose it, so मुझे बोला जाएगा ये बन गया, ये खा लो. I will say no, I don't like it. So then mother will say you don't have a choice. You ask you.
हमें तो रूम में प्लेट के साथ बंद कर दिया जाए, खत्म करो तभी बाहर निकला जाएगा. You will eat बैंगन and you will eat तोरी and you will eat करेला.
Exactly.
जो आज
तो उसमें आपको बैंगन तोरी तो मिल ही गई, which was very good. But you created a muscle which said when life gives you something which you don't like, you have to adjust with it.
Accepted.
For that child, that was only life. उसको बड़ी situations थोड़ी आने वाली हैं उसके life के अंदर. Then we are taking them to the mall and saying आपको कौन सी ड्रेस चाहिए. हमारे को नहीं पूछा जाता है आपकी ड्रेस है पहन लो. So again I am adjusting to what life is giving me. I am not choosing my life. I am adjusting to the situations of life. फिर जैसे जैसे हम बड़े हुए situations got different, but we were adjusting. Then we suddenly came in college. We didn't get admission where we wanted. We adjusted. Today they are saying I don't want to live. I didn't get admission where I wanted, because suddenly now they're facing a situation first time which is not their way. And okay, चलो वो सब भी क्रॉस कर लिया. You're not going to get a spouse who's going to say everything your way.
True.
नहीं होगा. And probably your spouse has also been parented like that. ये रिश्तों में प्रॉब्लम उसी की वजह से आ रही है. Because this both cannot listen to a no. They want everything their way. So even if we have everything that money can buy, even if we have all the facility that we can give a child, don't give. Give it gently, gradually.
Rewiring has to start.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anytime
You
we start
completely changed my mindset sitting here. I thought I was a wonderful parent.
No, lot of love, lot of power, lot of acceptance. But you know, when a child cries now when they don't get anything, it's good. Let them cry so that they don't have to cry later on.
And tantrums?
Tantrums in the sense, आपने तो tantrums भी तो ज़्यादा अब इसीलिए हो रहे हैं ना, because वो ज़िद्दी होते जा रहे हैं ऐसा. तो भी never mind. Let them do it now, rather than going through something at the age of 15 or 20. Rather than creating that vacuum and then depending on something else at the age of 20-25. Let them cry now. क्या cry? हमने नहीं cry किया क्या?
नहीं, इनफैक्ट हम लोग जब बड़े हो रहे थे, वेरी ऑफन माई जनरेशन जस्ट टॉक्स दैट वे कि वी डिडंट नीड साइकोलॉजिस्ट और साइकियाट्रिस्ट. एक थप्पड़ मम्मी से पड़ जाता था, पूरा साइक ठीक हो जाता था.
So, but where was there? Were there so many psychologists and psychiatrists that time?
No.
Yeah. So it's just that, but it is just that there was more resilience. Because there were lesser options to choose and more to adapt, more to adjust, more to bend, more to tolerate. So this always increases flexibility. ऐसे रहेंगे तो rigidity.
So do you think corporal punishment should be introduced?
For the children? No, it's not punishment. Discipline. जैसे हमें बोला था अभी टीवी नहीं देखना है तो नहीं देखना है, खत्म हो गया. अच्छा लगे नहीं लगे, बुरा लगे, नहीं देखना है तो नहीं देखना है. So for that they were not punishing us. They were just being strict disciplinary action. Today also I see a lot of families. Yesterday I met somebody at the airport and very, very well-to-do family, one of the names, and 18th birthday of the son, and they said we have come here. Where are you going? We're going to Banaras. I said, बच्चा, you're going to Banaras for your birthday? Saying yes, मैं उन गुरुजी को मिलने जा रहा हूँ, फिर मैं उसके साथ यहाँ जा रहा हूँ, फिर मैं उसके बाद वहाँ जा रहा हूँ. I literally spent time with that family to understand how they are doing this with their children. And there was one girl, she's in high school, boy, he's going to London next year after his 12th standard, deep ingrained. Because the parents have kept that as that system, And now that child can go anywhere on the planet. अभी तो हो गया, foundation is set. And then I told him, I said, आप जाके party भी करोगे ना? He saying, हाँ हम party भी करेंगे. I said, that's what. So don't even suppress anything. Have your nice normal party, but then you're creating that grounding also.
Right.
And I could see it. There was a different energy on the face of those two children. They looked very good like children of today. They were dressed very nicely like children of today. But that energy on that face was completely different. It could make out that they're having sattvic food, no eating, drinking. Everything comes on that aura on the face then. It was so visible. So I told them, yes, you all should do parenting workshops for all your friends. You know, because it's more like casual, sit together and talk how you have been able to do this with your children. But it must have happened only by not giving their children a choice in the beginning.
And also doing rather than talking.
नहीं but देखो parents तो बहुत सारे कर रहे हैं फिर भी.
Be the example.
But they are not being able to get it done from their children because they are not able to be a little strict with them in the beginning.
So should we be moving from focus on the IQ towards focusing on the EQ and the SQ of a soul?
On all. It's not this or. It is both. Both. IQ, everyone comes with a certain IQ as a result of our karma. I can to a certain level raise it, but there is a limit from where I will go to where. But EQ, everyone's can be raised. Hai na? Because that's only about sanskars. It's not about intelligence, it's about sanskars. So, and if you raise somebody's EQ, then they're able to rise in their IQ also, because their way of functioning, their way of processing, analyzing, everything starts changing. So it's not this or that, it is everything. But it only means shift your focus from only seeing everything that's visible to focus on that which is not visible. So not grooming your children only for, you know, छोटे बच्चों को छोटे age से, the whole summer holidays are also lined up. ठीक है, ये वाले उधर भी जाना है, ये वाले भी जाना है, ये, which is also fine. But उसके साथ फिर you do a little meditation, do a little yoga, pranayama, sit idle doing nothing. They will never be able to sit with themselves otherwise. Because now we are always entangled with some stimulus or some object or some activity, because you have fixed their calendar 10 to 12, 12 to 2, 2 to 4.
True.
How will they sit with themselves? That's when loneliness will hit later on. They will not be alone, but they'll be lonely because they're not happy with themselves. They've never stayed with themselves. उस तरह से. So, learn whatever we are getting from the today's time. Pick up little bit from the way we were parented. Bring it together and create the perfect module.
Amazing.
That was such a wonderful and brilliant analysis of mind, spirit, and the body, their interaction, the interdependability, and the need for each other. You control the mind, you control the energy, you control the vibrations, you control your karma, and you find absolutely positive changes coming into your life just by simple changes like meditation, by controlling your desires to a limit, and how we can change the Kalyug to Satyug just by our activity, one person at a time, one step at a time.
It was a very intellectually stimulating session today with Sister Shivani. She also spoke to us about just the power of a single individual soul radiating its vibration into this universe and being able to change the collective universal thought by meditation and love and peace. The essence that she carries in her aura every moment that you're around her. Thank you for watching us on this season where we'll dwell deeper and deeper into territories never covered before. Thank you.